very welcome to Astro Night Analysis Live with myself, Ger Mescall, Kevin the Artane Ankle O'Neill, and as always, Big John Byrne. In tonight's final show, we go through the thrills and spills of the past 12 weeks of Monday Night Astro. Coming up on tonight's show. As I said before, what a show we have tonight. Very good evening to you, gentlemen. I suppose starting tonight, you know, it's a night of review, a night of absolute wonder of the marvels of the past 12 weeks of these games. And I suppose, you know, to direct the first question of the night to one Big John Byrne over there in the corner. John, what has the past 12 weeks meant for you and your season with Wanker Wonders?
Well, I'm glad, Ger, that you made a good choice in the first question being addressed to one of the stars of Astro.
We'll keep it impartial.
We'll keep it impartial. Look, it's been challenging, Ger. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a man that lies to anyone, unless the press. But I tell you, it was a road, and it was a bumpy road. It was like being in a Nissan Micra, and then at sometimes getting into a Ferrari, and then maybe a transit van. But you know, it's not where the journey takes you. It's what crack do you have on said journey. And we had plenty of crack, us wankers.
Kevin, I suppose it's been a mixture of emotions for yourself also, between the analogy Big John has made there of the Nissan Micra to the Lamborghini, if you will, John. I suppose, you know, this mixture of emotions, your cross-city moves, your consistent disloyalty to each team, you know, talk us through how you feel at this end of these 12 weeks.
I think it's been a brilliant 12 weeks for me personally. I think I've achieved new personal highs, and that's all I kind of play for at this stage of the game. I don't have long left, Ger. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. So, you know, the likes of Johnny, while he might have the club loyalty that you so famously speak of, for me, the personal achievements were there. You know, the goals record, I broke all the records, appearance records, broke them as well. So that's kind of what I would focus on more this year.
To talk of appearances, gentlemen, and I suppose, you know, to talk in detail of the appearances, you know, who are the standout players for you two gentlemen over the past 12 or so weeks?
You know, I'd prefer, Ger, if you would talk to us as a team rather than individuals.
The studio can only fit so much, John, I think it's fair to say.
Well, Ger, you know, I would say that player number 1 is a very good very good player for Wanker Wanderers. Player number 2 brought a lot of assets and skill to the team. Player number 3 really showed determination and grit in those times of need. Player number 4, however, was a bit of a wanker. Player number 5...
Excuse me, Jonathan, I'm going to have to cut across you there. The language is absolutely foul. I'm going to have to cut across and ask Kevin the same question. I suppose, you know, the diversity of Wanker Wanderers and the Real Pricks.
The Real Pricks,
you know, how did you
the
manage
Wanker Wanderers.
How did you manage to absolutely how did you manage to you know, integrate yourself between the two teams?
It's funny that, you know, I get on very well with everyone. I've one of those personalities, I guess, that everyone enjoys my company. So playing for the likes of Real Pricks and Wanker Wanderers, they were two great clubs. You know, me and Johnny, despite our differences, did play together a few times. So I think we've put our differences behind us, John. Would you agree with that?
I'd just like to say the week I spent playing with Kev O'Neill was very enjoyable and fun. Back to you, Ger.
Well, you know, I can't help but sense a real atmosphere of frostiness, perhaps, maybe? Is that the right word? The drama unfolding, of course, you came out with the story that you had engaged in a sexual relationship of a sexual nature with old lady Artane.
Sure. And I don't know if we can...
And I'm going to direct this question to you, Jonathan. Were you comfortable in playing with Kevin, or indeed playing against Kevin?
I mean, that's a very, very heavy question, Ger. That is one of the main reasons I did come on that show. on this show you do address the heavy questions. Speaking of heavy, old lady Artane and myself. Okay, I can put it. Go again.
Such a bollock. My other one sees this. Oh, actually, fuck.
So that's it for tonight's show, Astro Night Analysis Live. What a real pleasure it's been for you tonight, folks. Thanks to our guests, Kevin the Artane Ankle O'Neill, and, of course, Big John Byrne. But from all of us here at Astro Night Analysis Live, it's good night and God bless.
Like this couldn't. This isn't
It's on
just.
Facebook.
Yeah, this isn't just for.
I know, yeah, but I'm just...
So you, for real, or are you taking the piss?
No, I.
And I'm going to have to ask you to stop. Okay, this is a simple request. Michael has said this was a game changer.
Save it. Go on, Matthew. Go on.